Hello everyone, this is me Kajal Chaudhary. In this video we will talk about circular flow of income. So guys, this is the concept given in the second chapter of NCERT of 12th class Introductory Macroeconomics. So what is circular flow of income? See, in order to understand the circular flow of income, we must understand the functioning of economy in two-sector model. What is two-sector model? We are assuming something. We are saying that there are only two sectors in the economy. First is household, another is firm. So there are transactions taking place between these two identity in two ways. What is it? Household is providing factor services to the firm, and in return firm is making payment for those factor services to the household. It is in the form of, so guys, we are saying that it is in the form of rent, wages, interest and profit. And what is the firm is doing? Firm is making production. Firm is doing production of goods and services and providing these goods and services to the household. And household is making expenditure for these goods and services and providing it to the firm. So in this way, the transaction is going on in this economy. And we are saying that, guys, there are certain assumptions of this economy. What is the assumption? We are saying that household is spending their entire income on the goods and services produced by the firm, because we are saying that there is only two identity. There is no government, there is no external world. We are saying that household need not to pay any taxes. At the same time, the firm also need not to pay any taxes. They are not making any kind of import or export. So here the consumption is equal to the production. The income is flowing in the circular way and there is a no leakage in the system, and we are calling it circular flow of income. So this is it in this slide. Guys, there are three methods of calculating the national income. First, we need to understand what is the national income. National income is the aggregate value of goods and services produced in an economy at a particular year. So if we wanted to calculate the national income from the product method, so we had seen that in any economy production is taking place. Suppose the firm is producing what? Firm is producing goods and services worth 100 rupees and providing it to the household, and household is making payment to the firm for those 100 rupees in form of consumer expenditure. Now household is providing what? Factor of production to the firm, and firm is making payment of 100 rupees to the household. Here the cost of factor of production is of 100 rupees. So everywhere you will see the income is moving in the circular way. The amount is same for all the transactions. So if you see from the production side, you will see it is of worth 100 rupees. Means जो firm है वो production कर रहा है goods and services का, उसकी value है 100 rupees. जो हाउस होल्ड उसको पेमेंट कर रहा है उस गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज के लिए, उसकी वैल्यू 100 रुपीज़. फैक्टर एंड सर्विसेज जो हाउस होल्ड के द्वारा फर्म को प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है वो उसकी वैल्यू 100 रुपीज़. मीनिंग जो हमारी इनकम है उसको हम किसी भी मेथड से कैलकुलेट करें वो सेम ही रहेगी. तो तब हम प्रोडक्ट मेथड की बात करते हैं. So we are saying the aggregate annual value of goods and services produced in an economy. We have another example of it. Suppose there are two identity. First is farmer, another is baker. So here we are saying farmer is doing production of 100 rupees and farmer is using no input cost here, right? And baker is doing production of 200 rupees and he also not using and he is using income cost of 50 rupees and he is buying those 50 rupees from farmer. He is buying those 50 rupees from farmer. So if you wanted to calculate the aggregate value of final goods and services, you will say that it is of 300. So we will say that it is 300. But guys, this is not the actual value. Why? Because the rupee 200 include the value of 50 which is already included in the rupee 100. So it means you have to deduct this 50 rupees from this 300 in order to get the net gross value added at each level. So this will be 250 rupees. So 250 rupees is the gross value added. So we can say that, yeah, this is the gross value added, meaning the total income or the national income of an economy in a given year. Now guys, if we wanted to calculate the net value added, we need to deduct depreciation from the gross value added. You see, anywhere if we wanted to calculate the net from the gross, we need to deduct the depreciation. We will always get the net value. Next come inventory. What is inventory? Guys, inventory is the stock of unsold finished goods, semi-finished goods or raw material which the firm carry from one year to the next year. Let me simplify this. Suppose there is a firm क्या करती है, प्रोडक्शन करती है. तो फर्म जो प्रोडक्शन करती है उसके पास कुछ टूल्स होते हैं, जैसे कि मशीन है, अदर आउटपुट होता है, टूल होता है, लेट सपोज उसके पास लैंड है, लेट सपोज स्टॉक है. तो ये उसके पास गुड्स हैं फर्म के पास. सपोज ईयर के बिगनिंग में उसके पास कुछ स्टॉक होता है. वो किस फॉर्म में होता है? अनसोल्ड फिनिश गुड्स, सेमी फिनिश गुड्स, or it can be in the form of raw material. Raw material is what? Raw material is a intermediate goods. So if you will calculate the final value of output or the national income, then you need to add those capital investment made by the firm, but at the same time you need to deduct the raw material. Why we are deducting the raw material? Because raw material is the intermediate goods, it is not the final goods. So in order to calculate the gross value added, we need to deduct the intermediate goods from the final production. So I had explained this, what is net value added, what is gross value added. So guys, what is GDP? If you wanted to calculate the GDP from the product method, so here we are saying the gross value added by all the firm of the economy is called the gross domestic product. Meaning if the firm is producing in any economy, किसी भी इकोनॉमी में फर्म प्रोडक्शन करती है, हम उस फर्म का टोटल आउटपुट को कैलकुलेट करते हैं, तब हम सारी फर्म्स के आउटपुट को प्लस कर देते हैं, उसको हम जीडीपी कहते हैं. तो दिस इज द जीडीपी. नाउ इफ यू वांटेड टू कैलकुलेट द नेट वैल्यू एडेड, वी हैव टू डिडक्ट डेप्रिसिएशन. वी हैड ऑलरेडी डन दिस. Now if you wanted to calculate the GDP from the expenditure method, so we are looking it from the demand side in an economy. Suppose what is the demand from the, here we are saying that we wanted to calculate the GDP from the demand perspective or from the consumption perspective. So what kind of expenditure made by the household? The household made the expenditure in many form, like in consuming things. What kind of expenditure made by the firm? It can be in two form. First is investment and second in the production. What kind of expenditure made by the government? It is in the two form. First is investment expenditure and second is the consumption expenditure. So if we are calculating GDP from the expenditure method, then we need to take the sum of all these expenditure so as to arrive the net final value, or then we can call it the national income. So this is the expenditure method. If we wanted to further simplify this, then we need to look into this diagram. See, here the firm is producing the goods and services, household is providing factor services to the firm. So what is the demand of household? The demand of household is of goods and services, means household is spending its entire income on the firm. So its income is in the form of 100 rupees and it is spending those 100 rupees in buying goods and services from the firm. So the demand side, if you wanted to calculate the GDP from demand side, we will say this, that we are calculating the GDP from the expenditure method. So when we summarize all this, when we make the counting of all these products, we will get GDP from expenditure method. So this is it in this slide. Now guys, we need to understand one more thing here. This is about export and import. See, in any economy, there is no economy in the world where we do not have import or export. So if we are calculating the GDP from expenditure method, then we need to add the net import in our final production to get the aggregate value. If we wanted to calculate the GDP from the income method, when you add the factor of production, the income generated by the factor of production, you will calculate the national income from the income method.